Hey guys, it's Brandon Gustafson. Welcome back to Assisted Living Investing. Happy to have you on the channel today. Excited to see you and get into more assisted living investing stuff. Just a reminder, please visit assistedlivinginvesting.net. Would love to have you over on the website and get you some of those free resources. Subscribe to my newsletter for future content and just kind of interact with me over there. Would also just make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the video. Make sure you ring the bell over here and get notified of future content and make it so other people can find the channel and learn and get good information. I'd love to have this community grow and continue to grow. Make sure you follow me on all my other social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Would love to have you over on all of those other platforms as well. To recap from the last few videos, we've been talking about Medicaid, what it is, Medicaid versus Medicare, how it works specifically with assisted living, how you can kind of take advantage of that as an opportunity to increase your cash flow. I really hope that information was valuable. I think it's something that a lot of people steer clear of because it's something that's scary. It's something that's brand new, and I hope that the videos I made there will be helpful to you. Make sure you like those videos, comment on them, and let me know if there's things that you need to still understand about Medicaid and the process, and I'd love to have conversations with you. So make sure you comment on those videos, like them, and then again, subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you be a part of this community. Today we're going to be getting into what is an assisted living facility license and why do you need one. So we've been getting into kind of Medicaid and what a Medicaid license is, Medicaid being Medicaid certified and what it is. But today we're going to be at an even higher level. This part in the process goes a little bit before even Medicaid. This is getting your facility license. This is the license that allows you to operate as an assisted living facility. And each state is going to have their own requirements. So what is a facility license? First, it's all healthcare facilities, all healthcare types of entities are required by the state to hold some kind of a license to operate and provide services. This could be, your assisted living facility. This could be a skilled nursing facility. This could be a hospital. This could be outpatient clinics. All of those things, they all have to obtain the license that is equivalent to the work that they are doing. So this isn't something that is just specific to you and your assisted living facility. All of the different types of healthcare entities are going to have to get a license so that they can operate. Also of note is each state is going to have their own set of laws that you need to follow so you can get your license. They all have their own rules. So I'm going to give you kind of an overview of what it looks like, but just know that you need to get on your own state website and get into the specifics of exactly what it looks like to receive a license in your state for your type of facility. And then, as I mentioned, each type of facility or healthcare organization has their own separate license. It all looks different. There's a lot of the same stuff. You need a lot of the same things, but they are all different based off the type of facility you are and the state that you're operating in. So those are some things that you just want to make sure that you're aware of as you are getting into this and creating your facility and working on getting your facility license. And the next question is, what type of facility license do you need? Which is a great question. And again, I'm going to disclaim this by saying each state is different. They're all going to have their own different requirements. So you need to get with them and do your own research on your state's specific requirements. But a lot of different states will have different levels of assisted living when we get into specific things around assisted living. So you can be licensed for a few different areas. Some examples that I've seen as you're working on getting your license are like a residential care home. Typically that's like a 4 to 6 bed facility. Usually you actually live in the house with the residents still. They're smaller. Residential care home is kind of what that's called. So it might be an option for you if you have a big house and you don't necessarily want to do a full conversion of a house to be a full-on assisted living facility. You might explore the avenue of being a residential care home. Where you can bring people in and you are essentially a live-in caregiver. I've seen this in Idaho and I've seen it in Utah, so I know that it exists in several different states. So that's an option that you might look at. Another one is a type 1 facility. In Utah, this is kind of like residents that need less help, like 2 or fewer activities of daily living. An activity of daily living is like getting dressed or using the restroom or getting showered or feeding or things like that. So the fewer amount of activities of daily living, the lower type of facility it is. A type 2 facility is for those that need more assistance with those activities of daily living. And then you get into the like memory care facilities, which are people that need assistance with like dementia or some of those types of diseases that residents will come in, like dementia that certain residents might have to deal with as they're going through their end of life process. So those are just a few of the different areas. Each state is going to be different. They're going to have different requirements. They might call them different things. A lot of them are going to kind of fall under those similar types of umbrellas. But it's something that you just want to be aware of and get familiar with in your specific state. The license that you will be applying for is going to be determined by a few different factors, such as the size of the facility, the level of care that's being provided to the residents, alongside the state's specific requirements. So you'll need to just reach out to your state Department of Health for guidance on who you should work with for the facility license, the type of facility license that you'll need. The Department of Health is probably not going to be the group that necessarily does the license, but they will be able to connect you with the correct people to help you get that license in place. They'll be able to guide you to the correct website that you go to. They'll be able to connect you with somebody. So that's a really good spot for you to start, is the Department of Health. And you can look into that. You could even do an internet search for something like assisted living facility license in my state. And that could get you down the road that's going to allow you to get that license in place, so you can then operate your facility. So why do you need a license? That's a great question, right? It sometimes can feel like it's just another piece of paper. It's just another thing that you've got to do. But that's not necessarily the case, especially in healthcare. The biggest thing that you need to do is, the biggest thing that you need to understand is it's a state requirement. It's a legal requirement that you have this license in place so that you can operate and you won't get shut down for it. So that's the number one reason why you need to get a license. But the license also kind of asserts that you've gone through the proper process to provide appropriate healthcare services to your residents. You're giving them the information. You're demonstrating to them that you know how to operate. You know what is needed so that you can provide that care to the residents. And a lot of the process of going through and obtaining your license is just certifying that, my house is designed so that I could have residents in the home. I've got the right type of administrator in place. I've gone through and have met all the codes for fire safety and all of those things. Like there's a lot that goes into it. But the licensing process is going to help the licensing agency determine and certify that you're going to be able to care for your residents and do it in a way that keeps them safe and provides them with what they need. And the licensing process is also going to give you some guidance on the types of documents that you'll need to operate successfully. So it's going to tell you, hey, you need to have policies and procedures in place. And here's the guidance for what needs to be in those policies and procedures. It's going to tell you need a licensed administrator. This is where you can find a licensed administrator. This is the process for being a licensed administrator. It's going to give you all that. It's going to help you kind of give you some direction around the types of legal entities that you need to set up and the process there and what that looks like and how they need to function. So it's actually, as cumbersome a process as it is, as daunting as it may seem, it's actually going to help you get down the path and help you kind of hold your hand as you get up and operating. It's a really good process to go through. It can be lengthy, and we'll get into that in the next video around just kind of what the process is, exactly kind of what might be needed. So we'll be getting into that in our next video. But it seems like a scary process, and it can be hard, but it's not something that is going to just kill you. It's not a horrible process, and it's a necessary process, but it's a good process. So to recap today, we've been talking about what an assisted living facility license is and why you need one. Specifically, what is a facility license? What type of license do you need? And why do you need a license? As I mentioned, next time we'll be getting into the process of obtaining your license. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my other social media platforms, ring that bell to make sure that other people, so you get notified when new content comes out, and it just helps other people find the content, and it helps us build this community together. Make sure you visit assistedlivinginvesting.net. I'd love to see you over there for the free resources, get you on the mailing list for future content, and as we continue to grow this community, I'd love to see you over there. Thanks for watching and have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.